Hey guys, back with another video. Here is a gym workout, my 3-rep wave for the accumulation week. So this is my second week into this microcycle. Here I'm doing pull-ups. I have 7 sets based off a weight of 90 kilos. I'm about 91, so I'm starting to get to my body weight in my programming here. Soon I'll be adding weight. Basically 3 reps per set. On the 7th set I'm going for a training maximum of repetitions, which in this case I did 6. I think I did 7, but the first one was a bit average, so I left it at 6 in my programming. These are arm wrestling pull-ups, so they're on quite thick handles, about a 2.5-inch handle on the squat rack here, and basically going from just below parallel. See, that first one was pretty dodgy, just below parallel, and pulling up, training that top range of the pull-up to strengthen my sort of angle in my arm wrestling. Now I've got my 76mm Silarukov handle. This thing is awesome. It's heavy, it's fairly crude in its operation, but it is super free spinning. It is just a good piece of equipment. I've had it a couple of years now. It's fantastic. These pull downs here, this handle really targets my fingers. I've got a big hand. I'll need a handle this big to really get to my fingers, and it is so hard when you're loading up the weight. Here I'm doing 50 kilos, and this is all direct weight. This is single pulley equipment that I'm using. 50 kilos. Man, when you're trying to pull that down with a rolling handle, you feel it in your biceps, triceps, elbow, forearm flexors, extensors. You just get like a huge amount of tension in your whole arm trying to keep your hand together with this thing. It's fantastic in that sense. So my left hand, my fingers are better than my right. You can see in these videos my left hand, I can crank them out fairly quickly. I'm just trying to crack the stack off, just try and get it to lift a bit. I'm not worried about doing a full range pull down. I'm really just trying to work my fingers and keep their integrity as much as possible while lifting as heavy as possible weight. This sort of translates to a start, just being able to keep my fingers down when someone's using a big top roll. So again, 7 sets of 3 reps at 50 kilos on this one. Excuse some of the angles on the camera. I'm trying to mount my camera to different parts of the equipment, so it can make it a little tricky. I'd be very interested to see what you guys can do on this sort of handle. It's very free spinning, 76mm diameter, and I'd love to see what some people can do with this. Guys with small hands would really struggle with it, I think. It's just so big. So it'd be cool to see what you guys can do. Let me know in the comments. And in regards to that, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and share if you're interested in what I'm doing. Trying to put out a bunch of content on my training, and I'll do some further ones into the percentages and what it's all based off, which is the Juggernaut system, prior to their RPE setup that they've got now. So this is my last set of this one here. As you can see, cranking out the left, it just feels more connected to my left. I'm not sure why, but it always has in regards to my fingers. Now moving on to rising strength. Again, a fairly small movement. As you can see, the strap is wrapped over the top of my knuckles, so it's really putting pressure on the top of my wrist and my ability to keep that wrist integrity rising up throughout a back pressure or top roll movement. This was a hard workout, this one. I had to drop the weights down. My percentages were going up too quickly in terms of, well, not percentages, but the weights. The amount of progression I was getting was a little too big, and it got too big too quick. So here I'm working with 20 kilos for sets of 3. My programming originally said 25, but that ended up just being too quick a jump from the previous week. Excuse me. So yeah, this here, small movement, but as you can see, struggling with this one, just trying to find that angle and really crack it. It's finding the limits of my wrist rising strength there, but keep trying and you get it eventually. So it is a tough exercise. This one's very humbling, but it's a very applicable strength to arm wrestling. It's very useful, very hard to do. Most guys, when they try something like this, you know, gym guys, they're very, very surprised at how little they can do. So this is a real important strength for the top roll, posting top roll particularly, and really helps strengthen that rising strength. So my last set here, I worked on 20 kilos again, so 7 sets in total at 3 reps each. And my left again is stronger in this movement too. My rising strength on my left definitely has a little bit extra strength. I try to keep them very similar though. I try not to progress too far one in front of the other. That may be a flaw, it may not be, I'm not sure, but there's something I like about having both arms at similar strengths. Where I can though, on my max, my last sets on each exercise, I go for a sort of a training max and try to max it out. On the accumulation weeks, I'm allowing just a rep or 2 in the tank for that. So thanks for watching, guys. There'll be another one coming shortly on my 3rd workout of the week. This was my 2nd, and I look forward to seeing you guys again soon. Thanks for watching.